Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya.
That's my line, bitch.
Okay.
We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life
is in the lyrics. Hey, we did that together.
We did, ish.
All right, little listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this
sorry.
Is also my line.
Oh, shit.
You are listening to Life is in the Lyrics. And golly gee, do we have a special episode for you
Hunker down.
today. Mm-hmm.
Hunker. Gird your loins. You're in for an episode.
I don't want to talk about our little listeners' loins.
No. I just want them to
How's
be
everybody's
ready.
loins doing today?
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they good?
Are they good? Are you ready?
Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh. In her snake outfit.
Snake suit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my line is, true dat, homie, the gloves are off today, and we be freestyling.
And I wrote that when I was sober.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that's because it's our first official happy hour episode.
Happy hour.
And we be happy.
We are happy.
We are happy.
So, little listeners, we are on a road trip.
Yeah.
Yes. But I totally fucked up my line.
That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Which means we be doing some ranting and maybe playing some drinking games.
Yes.
And believe us, we already got a nice little buzz going on.
That is true. We
Probably
arrived
figured
here.
that out already.
They have probably already figured that out because they ain't stupid.
No, they're not.
We are going to sound real dumb in this episode.
No, we're going to be fun.
We're going to be so fun.
We're going to be the biggest mushrooms.
So dumb.
Biggest mushrooms in the podcast sphere. Yeah, fun guy.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
That's a dad joke.
That's a bad dad joke.
It's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. It's a bad dad joke. Okay.
All right. So we are on a road trip. Where are we, Priya?
We are at my place near Prince Edward County. It's called Terra. And we are doing 2 episodes here this weekend, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
This one, as we said, is our first happy hour episode. And we are drinking margaritas.
Margaritas.
I don't know.
I think that might be cultural appropriation.
And that wasn't even the appropriate cultural appropriation.
Whatever. I know it. You're feeling it.
We're going to just give a disclaimer right now that anything we say in this episode cannot be held against us. We plead the 5th because we're already tipsy on the margaritas that I've made. And
we do hope that they come back, though.
Yes. We
might offend you, but we do want you to tune back in.
Just if we offend you, just know that whatever we say, whatever bullshit comes out of our mouth, it is never said with
malice.
It is always with joy and good fun and just to make you laugh. So that's that. And what we're gonna do today. What are we gonna do today, Mike?
Well, one of the things we're gonna do is you're gonna stop touching your friggin' mic.
I just touched it for 1 second.
What did I say before?
Can I touch the other mic?
No.
Can I touch? He's too far away.
What did I say before we
Mike
started?
is wearing socks and slippers. Is that pizza socks?
They are.
They're
not just pizza. It's flaming pizza.
What does that mean? It's like pizza in outer
pizza
space
with flames coming out of them.
And Mars.
Mm-hmm.
There's Mars on your pizza.
These are socks. So 1 year for Christmas, Dawn got me Sock of the Month Club. Every month I got a new pair of socks, and
God.
this was one of the pairs.
It's pretty cute. I like it.
Thank you.
I like them.
Yeah. So, peeps, little listeners.
Yes.
This episode, we decided that we would, on our road trip, this is our first road trip episode.
Yes.
It was a fun time hauling all this podcast gear.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff. Loving it. But it was like, okay, well, we need to do something fun on this episode. How did we come up with this concept, Priya?
I do believe that it's because it started out with me sending you some voice notes.
No.
Oh.
It started out with me listening back to recordings and you ranting on and on and on.
Okay, but partially it was because of my high notes, wasn't it? Not my
that's true.
notes, but my
yeah, that's true. That did influence the idea as well.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just get on with it. What are we doing?
Okay, so we're going to be doing some ranting because Oh man, doesn't it feel good to just get that shit off your chest?
Yes. Yeah. We went
Get it off your chest.
Get it off my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We apologize in advance for all of the Taylor Swift.
No apologies.
We were listening to a bit of Tay Tay.
Yes.
Is our
and that was at Mike's request.
It was.
It was.
Me likey.
Mm-hmm. He likey.
Yeah.
Mikey likey.
Mikey likey. So where was I going? What was I going to say? The rants.
Yes, rants.
I'm going to cut all this out.
No, we're not going to cut any of
No,
this
we're cutting this stuff out because I'm thinking,
Okay,
I'm trying to
he's thinking.
refocus.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think record scratch. Okay, so with the rants, the idea was in listening back to some of our episodes, we have quite a few episodes where there is ranting happening.
But not by me.
Oh, a lot by you.
By me?
Yes.
Oh, golly.
So my thought was we should insert a rant.
What do you want to insert where?
Jesus.
I'm ready.
We're not going to get there. No, it's never going to happen.
Okay, fine.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Fine.
We're going to insert what we're going to do with our episodes from this point on is we're going to have a rant segment. We're going to have what's your rant? What's your rant?
In every episode?
Yeah. What's your rant? And we're going to
got
kick
so
it
many.
off. Oh,
Okay.
yes, you do. And
yeah.
they're recorded. But what we're going to do
Yes.
is we're going to kick it off with an episode. This
right.
happy hour episode is all going to be about rants. But what we want you to do, what we want you to do, little listeners.
Don't you dare cut that out.
That is cutting out.
Don't you dare cut that part out. Continue.
What we're going to do, little listeners, is we're going to ask you to send in your rants.
Who? You. Who? You.
Oh, God. Yeah, you.
Yes.
You little listeners.
Yeah.
What's your rant? What drives you crazy? What's that thing? Maybe it's your spouse that just takes their shoes off and leaves them in the middle of the road.
Or toilet seat up, down.
Toilet seat
Which
up,
one is
down.
it?
Yeah, maybe it's like, I got a couple and I'm going to tell you about them today.
And I've got so many.
What we want you to do is we want you to write in your rant and we're going to read those out on the podcast. And we are going to tell you what we think about those rants, whether they're a good rant, whether it's a rant that we know.
We're going to judge the
We
rants.
are going to judge the rants.
Judge the rants. I love it.
Because,
Do you remember when we went to see So You Think You Can Dance Canada?
oh yeah.
And we used to watch that show, like the American one. And Mike would always make fun of the host, Kat something or other.
Oh
because
yeah, Kat Deely.
Kat Deely. Because she would come on, she'd like, and let's say hello to your...
Judges! The judges!
The judges!
Yeah.
She wasn't on the Canadian one, but we went to see it.
Yes, we did. And we were actually in the audience.
Yeah.
We were on
very
that. We
close
were
to the
in
front.
we were in like the aerial shots. You could see the bald patch on my head.
That's what he keeps
The
saying.
hilarious thing about that was you had to be under 30 to be able to get into the audience.
Right, but I pulled some
Clearly,
strings.
you pulled strings.
I had some friends,
Okay. Okay.
that were on the show.
Well, I've got a good one for you. Here's a
Okay.
story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold. Okay, story.
Like
So
their mother.
I have my British citizenship and I have had a British passport for the last 20 years. And I get 10-year passports.
Okay.
My passport needed to be replaced
Yeah.
because it's expired. So I go to get my photo taken 4 weeks ago. I fill out all the paperwork, send my photo, send the paperwork. I get an email 2 nights ago from the passport office in the UK saying my photo was rejected and it needs to be redone.
Why?
I had to log in to find out why. I logged in. The reason why is they need a recent photo. My photo is too similar to the previous one.
And how recent was that photo that you submitted?
Like 11 years ago.
Wait, no. How the one you
the
just
photo
submitted?
I just
Yes.
like 4 weeks ago I had it taken.
That means that you have not aged.
I know. Or
snap,
whoever
snap.
it is that's like looking at these photos is blind. needs eye correction. I don't know.
Okay.
I have aged. Come on.
I don't know.
We didn't need to talk
think
about
you
that.
think you've aged more than you've actually aged. I
like
want to
age.
just say, talking about visas and passports and citizenship, that after my dad passed, I got an email from the Indian government trying to track my dad down.
No.
Yes, because I don't know what he did, but he was not permitted back into India.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? This is a true story.
That is insane.
Yes. And I was just like, at that time, I had just been dealing with all of the funeral arrangements and all of that bullshit and all of the debt he had left behind and all of the bullshit he had left behind. And I was just like, look, he did, so I can't help you.
Yeah. Oh my God, seriously.
But now I feel like I want to revisit those emails and just be like, what happened? What did he do? Because you don't just get kicked out of a country. You don't get banned from a country for like not paying your taxes or something.
Do you want to share this on the podcast, really?
I don't care. He's gone. He's long gone.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
That's what happens in our happy hour episodes.
Oh my
folks.
God. Okay.
Also, we are going to be playing some drinking games for whenever we say that's so interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
yep. And I've already said it, so I'm going to take a sip.
Okay. All right. So, little listeners, you can also do that. Every time one of us says yep, or every time one of us fucks up something, you could just take a sip.
And you better not cut that shit out because that's gold. Also, that shit is gold. Also, as you people meaning our lovely little listeners, as you may have guessed from now, we are not going to be talking about music so much in this episode.
Maybe, but we might do some songs.
We might do
sing.
some songs.
We might break out into song.
We've
like we
already
have.
broken out into the Brady Bunch episode song.
Mm-hmm.
We've already broken out into some Tay-Tay.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
Rant time. Bring it on, Mike.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I have feedback. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Feedback segment.
We should have theme music for feedback segment.
We'll have to come up with something.
We'll have to come up with something like...
What's your feedback?
Little listener feedback. Something like that. Like something better than that. Little listener feedback. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Okay. So we have an upcoming guest. And I was saying, you might want to listen to a few of our episodes so you get a feel for what we do. It's not super serious. It's pretty chill. So he said, haha, no worries, Priya. I found the podcast last night and started listening on my walk home. You and Mike have a great dynamic, fantastically funny and immensely entertaining.
Wow.
I nearly wet myself in a good way. Like
that is so awesome. I love that feedback.
I know. I thought it was pretty great.
Oh, thank you, Conrad.
Yeah, thank you, Conrad. Can't wait to have you on.
He would say that, though, because he's about to be on the podcast, so it's going to be...
Well...
He is going to elevate this thing, though.
He is going to elevate it.
Yeah.
I mean, and also, we have a few guests coming up. So we have a guest coming up. We're recording another episode here tomorrow. We have a guest coming up.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
we're going to be talking about opera. Not Oprah. Anyways. Oh, that was so lame.
No, that was good.
Okay. Rant time. And here we go with rant number 1.
All right. Well, what is a rant? First of all, what's a rant? When
Do you
look,
actually have a definition?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you look up on the Google,
the
verb of a rant is to speak or shout at length in a wild and passionate way.
Yes. This is half my life.
Yeah.
I live half my life that way.
There have been a lot of speaking in passionate ways. You don't shout a lot, though.
I don't shout. I do get very passionate.
Shout it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
The noun of a rant, a spell of ranting, a tirade. His rants against organized religion.
That's good.
Well,
a tirade is
that's
good.
the example. His rants against, or the verb. The example of a verb for rant is she was still ranting on about the unfairness of it all.
That sounds like me talking about my life. That's sad.
It's my life. It's now or never. Oh, we used that in the last episode.
What, that song?
I think so. Or 2 episodes ago.
Are we not
3?
allowed to repeat songs?
Yeah, we can, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So back to the rants. What is, now we know what a rant is.
Yes.
Priya, what's your rant? Tell me your rant.
I thought you were
You want me to
start.
go?
Yeah.
All right. I got a rant for you. I'm fortunate enough to live fairly close to where I work. So I walk, and before I screwed up my wrist, got cut off by those goddamn Were you going to just ask, what did I do?
You fell off your bike, right?
Something like that,
Okay.
yeah. Your memory. I can walk to work, so that's great. But if it's raining and I have to take public transit, then I'll take streetcar, I'll take the subway.
Yeah.
Here's my rant. You know what I goddamn hate?
Yes.
People that get on public transit,
right?
They have their big ass knapsacks on their back. And they wear the knapsacks during the commuter time, and it's super busy, and there's no room, and they're turning, and their knapsacks knocking into you.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
You know what? There should be a ban on big knapsacks during commuter time.
But I have been in cities where they've had signage on their public transit where they ask people to take their knapsack and take it off their back and put it down. Hold on to it. Okay. Put it down below you where your legs are, where everybody's skinny little fucking legs are not taking up space.
Wow. Okay. But there is signage on the TTC, like don't put your bags on the seat beside you. And like they have some. Yeah,
I don't care about it on beside.
You just don't want it smacking you as they're
I think
around.
Especially when it's packed and they're all like.
I agree.
You could make more room if you take your knapsack on.
Yeah, I agree. That reminds me of like Japan's train system. Do you know that they have people that squish people into the cars?
I've seen those videos.
Yeah. They just have people that push you in the car like a sardine.
Yeah.
To get as many commuters on that goddamn train as possible.
I've seen them with sticks.
Oh.
They have like sticks and they like push people in with the stick. They like ram them in like sardines.
Once I was in Japan, well, I was only in Japan once. So the time I was in Japan, I won a speech contest, a national.
Oh my God.
I just got to explain like how, because I'm so smart, like I'm really intelligent.
I love how a lot of your stories start with, okay, so when I was in high school, I was in the singing competition.
I was never in a singing competition. But I did win a trip to Japan.
You won that trip?
I won that trip in university because I did a speech.
Because you gave a speech?
I gave a speech.
Was it a rant or was it a speech?
No, it was a speech about the similarities between Japanese women and Indian women, just like the cultural similarities. Oh. And then I won the Ontario, whatever. And then I won the national speech contest.
Whatever. And then I won the national. And then I won the Ontario.
Okay, let me tell you though. When I went to the national speech contest, it was in Ottawa. And I remember getting up there and I was so nervous. And I had a frog in my throat. So I went up there and I was like, oh, no. And then I lost my mojo, right? Oh. And I was so nervous. And I spit out my speech. And then when I sat down, I was like, fuck, I totally ruined my moment. So they announced all the winners in all the categories. And I was like, yep, I didn't win. And then they announced the grand prize winner, which was a trip to Japan. And that was
little old you.
Little old me. Anyway, so when I went to Japan, I remember being on a train by myself, and I was going from one friend's house that I was staying at to another friend's house that I was going to.
You win a trip to Japan and all of a sudden you got friends there?
Well, I had friends there because they were studying. I had
you with
friends
your
there.
Speech?
No, I just had friends there. Whatever. We don't have time to get into how I had friends there. I got friends in low places and in Japan. So I just remember missing my stop because I was on the express train and I didn't realize I was on the express train. And I kept getting off and going the other way and getting off and going the other way. And I was like crying because I couldn't figure out how to get to my destination. And I had, like, I could speak Japanese, but I could speak like limited Japanese. So I finally had to phone my friend and say, Junko, I don't know where I am and I don't know which train to take. So it was just a nightmare. It was like, I was too young to go through that. I was 18, 19.
Wow.
It was hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was...
Okay. Great. Well, that was a rant right there.
That was
all right.
Rant.
So
that was
a story
about my life
of a lovely lady.
It's my life. It's now or never.
Well, it's a good story. Yeah, I'm glad you got a free trip to Japan.
I did. Yeah, and
would you ever go back?
I cannot wait to go back.
So you were 18 and you're 53 now, but you can't wait to go back?
I can't wait to go back.
And in another 53 years, I might do it.
I'm ready. No, I would really love to go back. It's a beautiful country and their culture is just amazing. And I would love to go back. I'm going to have to make that happen soon.
Make it happen.
Okay.
All right. What's your rant?
My rant. Okay. My first rant. Actually, my first rant is...
You've had many rants. This is not your first.
So many rants. I did not like you telling me what to do.
What?
You were telling me as I was making like the nachos that we're going to have for dinner and the margaritas, you were like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do rants. We're going to do this. And you're going to do this. And I don't like it when people tell me what to do.
I wasn't telling you what to do. I was suggesting what the segment was going to be about.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you?
I was. I feel quite passionate. I think I'm passionate about the rant segment because everybody's got a rant about something.
Yeah.
And I think that this would be very funny for people if they wrote in and said, you know what? This is what pisses me off. And I got a rant about it.
You know who this segment is made for?
Who?
Our friend Nicole.
She's a ranter?
Oh, God, is she a ranter? We were going to do a podcast just about rants. Well, about rants about bad customer service specifically.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then that never went anywhere because she moved. She moved, how dare she, to BC. And then that never happened.
Yeah, nobody knows that you were upset about their move.
I was so pissed off. I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my actual rant is about slow walkers.
Yes. Now, you brought this up in an episode. This was part of the
really?
inspiration.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. In one of the episodes, you were taking the subway to a recording, actually.
Okay.
And you got really annoyed because there was a woman in the subway.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is your rant.
No, it's okay. It's because
Go.
I don't
You
remember
don't remember
that. I don't remember any of that. I do remember being annoyed by slow walkers because I'm constantly annoyed by them because do you have any place to go? Do you have a destination? Just like if you're going to move so slow, move to the right. The left lane is for passing. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to walk slow, don't walk side by side, 6 of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because that's really annoying.
That is very annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you noticed this, but so as we said, we're on a road trip.
Yes.
To get here, we had to rent a truck. Priya had her car. So we loaded the truck with the stuff that we were bringing out. Mm-hmm. As we were leaving Toronto, did you notice these friggin' people on their bikes? We left the city at like 5:15 or 5:20 or something, right? It's commuter time. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to get home.
Is this a new thing with you, commuter? Like you're saying,
what?
You've used commuter time.
Have I?
Yeah. You're like, you shouldn't wear your big knapsacks during commuter time.
Oh, that's true.
Is this a thing?
It is.
Commuter time.
Okay. During the time when everyone's trying to get somewhere for a reason.
Yes.
It's not like Saturday afternoon and people are just like lollygagging about the city. People are trying to get home.
We have places
trying to
go.
get somewhere.
Yeah, right.
So we're trying to leave the city. Uh-huh. What do we have in the city, city of Toronto on the streets? Mm-hmm. Fucking friggin' people.
Oh, did you just
on there?
Did you just
self-censor? I'm going to cut that out. I think we should probably watch our swearing. It is offensive.
To whom?
To listeners.
Is it?
I think so.
Have people said that?
I don't know.
Other than your mom? Vi?
No, my mom she's never commented on that.
I know. Vi was a wild one when she was young. I can tell.
She was.
And she probably
but that has nothing to do.
Storm.
No, my mom's actually not a big swearer.
She's not a swearer?
No, okay. she does sometimes.
My mom has never even said, damn.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
I
could see that, actually.
I would be so aghast with myself if I said shit in front of my mom.
Oh, no, I swear in front of my mom all the time.
Yeah, no, my
she
mom
does.
Know
She can swear, but
well, I think we all can.
No,
swear.
I mean, like I've heard her swear.
Like what? What has she said?
She said the F-bomb.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What's the F-bomb?
She's never said
What's
the C word.
What's the F-bomb, Mike?
Siri, just listen. Shut up, Siri. We're not talking to you. So back to my rant. The thing, so you were talking about slow walkers?
Yes, I was.
These people on their bikes that are like sightseeing. It's time to go home. We're trying to get somewhere. Pedal. This is not the time to coast on the street.
Right.
Pedal your ass home.
Right. And that is why that man pushed the shopping cart
Oh,
into
I saw
the
that.
cyclist.
I saw
Crazy.
that article.
People be crazy,
Yeah.
okay?
No, but that cyclist was a food delivery person. That was just, as much as I, find them annoying,
yes.
that was just not called for.
Listen, as much as I find anybody annoying, I'm not going to drive a shopping cart into them.
That was wrong.
That was wrong. I just want to say Mike is enjoying the margaritas that I've made. But when we were talking about, like, what do you want to drink right now? He's like, I should have brought some gin and Dubonnet. I would really love a gin and Dubonnet.
Oh, my God. I know I'm gay, but I don't sound that gay.
I didn't mean for you to sound gay. I meant for you to sound aristocratic. I really love my gin and Dubonnet.
No, gin and Dubonnet is really quite good.
Does anybody know what fucking Dubonnet is?
Yes.
Who?
All the G and divas that listen to
I want to know if anybody out there knows what a Dubonnet is. I've never heard of it until you made me drink
Dubonnet?
it. Yeah, never heard of it.
All right, Dubonnet. I know there's a few people that listen to this podcast who know what Dubonnet is.
You be cray.
Okay.
That was crickets.
That was crickets. That was not good.
Okay, all right.
If you're going to cut me off, have a zinger.
I'm trying.
Okay. All right. So I totally relate to your rant. I totally relate to those slow walkers.
Yeah.
Just like the slow cyclists. Slow anybody. Move out of the freaking way.
Just move out of the way.
Move out of the way. Other people are coming through.
Yeah, like I get it. You're just enjoying life. Like we should all enjoy life. But we don't all have time to enjoy life.
Just move it on.
Just move.
Move along. Move along. What is
there a
that
song
song about moving?
Moving on up. Boo, boo, boo.
No, what is that?
That's
There's a
from
song.
Jeffersons.
There's a current song. Move along. All American Rejects.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, and it's a good song.
Can you sing some of it?
Yeah, here we go. It's happening.
Is it happening?
Move along like I know you do.
That did not sound familiar. I just want to say, did you know that there are 3 songs called Happy Hour?
Oh, sing me one.
I can't sing any of them. One is by the House Martins. Do you know them?
Yes.
I do not know them.
Oh.
That was from 1986.
House Martins.
And then Weezer did a song called Happy Hour in 2017. And Morgan Wallen did one called Happy Hour in 2018.
Ah, okay. House Martins, Happy Hour. Oh, House Martins, this takes me back to high school. It's Happy Hour again. All right, and definitely won't know Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen is a tough one for me because I like his music, but I don't like him as a human being.
Why is that?
He's made a few racist remarks, and he's just, I don't know, he has not always been the best person. Like he was on Saturday Night Live recently.
Yep.
And at the end where everybody is standing around, the host is like, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Morgan Wallen, for being here.
Yeah.
And he was just basically like, he just nodded and he walked off the stage as the camera was still rolling towards the camera. Like he just left as everybody's doing their goodbyes.
Yeah.
And then he posted I don't know, like a tweet or something as he was getting on his private jet back to wherever he's from, saying, going back to God's country. And it was like, oh, so God's country is only where you're from.
Huh.
New York is not God's country. Like New York is godless, I guess.
I did see a lot of, I saw a lot of media about that.
Yep.
But I didn't know. So what are you saying?
I just don't think he's the most open-minded, open-hearted person. And I don't like that.
Okay.
Is
that a rant?
That makes me mad. I hate people like that. Yeah, it is kind of a rant. I hate when people who have a big platform are not using that platform to spread good vibes.
But maybe those good vibes are relating to like your neighbor who's wearing a fuck carny.
Okay.
He's flying.
So, yeah.
Your neighbor who's flying a fuck carny flag.
Yeah, this is okay. So I was telling Mike as we were unloading the car, I was like, oh, so my neighbor across the street used to have a fuck Trudeau sign on his balcony, on his front porch, but that's gone now. And I thought, oh, that's interesting that it's gone. And then I noticed that on their flagpole, they have a Canada flag. and they just replaced the fuck Trudeau banner with a fuck Carney flag.
Yeah.
So they're still...
And so for little listeners, Carney,
Mark
if you
Carney?
don't know, he's our new prime minister who was elected like 4 days ago, 3 days ago. And he's
already getting the hate.
Ruffling the feathers of this little small town.
Oh my God. I just don't understand it that people have to get that angry. Yeah. That is a problem. Okay, can I have another rant?
Yeah, go for it. Rant.
Okay. This is a very divided world we are in nowadays.
It is.
And it really bothers me because I voted Liberal. I'm a lifelong Liberal. I would never put up a flag or a sign that says, fuck Polyev. I don't think he's a devil. I just don't think he's my guy.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be the guy leading our country. But I'm never going to say like, fuck him and he's an asshole and he should die or whatever. Like, what is going on in this world where we are so in our own world that it's just a question of us versus them? This is not how it should be. I'm happy that Mike Carney is the prime minister, but I'm not happy that half of Canada is unhappy that he's the prime minister. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you can't please them all.
No, you sure can't. You sure can't.
There's a lot of things to be a little worried about, but let's not get into politics.
But that's my rant.
Is that your rant?
You can't fucking censor my rant, Mike.
I'm not censoring. I'm just saying I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, moving on.
Because we could go down a rabbit hole. Go down a rabbit hole of like really going on about political things that
that was it. My rant is done and over. Just let's try.
Move on.
Let's just
move along.
Let's move. Yeah.
Let's do the All-American Rejects.
Okay.
Move along.
I don't know it.
We just played the song. Oh, jeez. Okay, I got a rant.
Okay.
All right.
Is this helping anybody?
I don't know. No, but we're giving our little listeners ideas on things that are rants.
Okay.
So I've talked about my husband before. Oh, love him very much.
Bring it.
This is a rant. This is a for all the couples out there. This is a rant. So every day it's the same thing.
Okay.
There's two things that really drive me crazy with my husband. One, first of all, amazing guy. He makes the dinner most of the time. So I'll come home from work. He's already making dinner.
You're a pampered girl, aren't you?
I am. When it comes to that, I do the cleaning. So I do all the dishes and everything.
Okay.
But he makes the dinner and then we sit down, this lovely dinner that he's made. And just as we're about to take our first spoonful of whatever it is or whatever, forkful, what does he ask me? What do you want to have for dinner tomorrow night?
Oh, you can't just enjoy tonight's dinner?
Yeah. I'm like, babe, I haven't even taken a bite of what you've made tonight. I have no idea. What goes with that, and it's funny because on the drive-in tonight, they were talking about this on the radio. The DJ asked, do you have anyone in your life who's an askhole? Do you know what an askhole is?
Like they're always asking questions? Like annoying questions?
No. An askhole is someone who asks you for advice on something, completely ignores it, and does the opposite.
Oh, okay.
My husband,
I know a lot of those.
He is, I love him to death, but he's an askhole.
Oh, Don.
He does this all the time.
You askhole.
So we sit down for dinner, haven't taken a bite of this delicious smelling and looking meal, and he says, what do you want to have for dinner tomorrow night?
Right.
If I open my mouth and make a suggestion, he'll go, oh, well, I was thinking of this. Why are you asking me? You've already figured it out. You don't need my input. Just make whatever you're going to make.
I'm going to be happy anyways.
Let me eat my damn dinner that you just made me. So that's my little rant about my husband.
I mean, I'm with you 50% of the way on that one.
Why? Why 50?
First of all, I got the hiccups.
Okay. You know why? Because you've been...
I'm drinking margaritas and I got hiccups. Ooh. So I'm going to try and talk in between the hiccups.
Hold your breath.
I'm trying. Oh, there comes another one. Okay. Because I think yes. Oh, geez. I agree that it's annoying that he's asking you.
You got the hiccups. It is funny. Hold your breath. Big, deep breath in.
You know what the cure for hiccups?
Is a teaspoon of vinegar.
No.
Yes, it is.
For me, it's holding your breath and taking 7 small sips of liquid.
7?
7, exactly 7 small sips of something. So why don't you do another? You just jabber on while I try my.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the other lovely thing about my husband that is a bit ranty is when you touching the mic? What he does when he gets home, he takes his shoes off. Where does he leave his shoes? In the middle of the friggin' floor. At night, takes off his pants. Where does he leave his pants? Wherever he took them off.
On your face?
No. No, he has this thing where he just like takes his clothes off and just leaves them in the middle of everywhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, if you go for a walk to the bathroom. I mean, you're not going for a walk to the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom,
right?
You're tripping over pants and you're tripping over shit.
Yeah.
That's my rant.
Yeah. My ex used to do that. He would just like leave a trail of clothing in the bedroom. It's just like there is a hamper right there.
Yeah.
Why can't you just grab everything as you're disrobing and drop it in the hamper?
I do sometimes, though, when I think about these rants.
Also, my hiccups are gone.
Well done.
Thank you. So for everybody, I just want to say, for everybody out there, don't think of the vinegar. Don't drink vinegar. Hold your breath. And as you're holding your breath, take 7 tiny sips, teeny weeny sips of something.
And it works. There we go.
Every time.
Well done.
Thank you.
As I was saying,
yeah,
I do think that maybe as I think about these things that drive me crazy with Dawn.
Right. She drives me crazy. Ooh, 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 like no one else. Ooh, ooh. Okay, what is it?
He probably has all kinds of rants about me.
Oh, that would be fun to hear.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have Dawn on.
Dawn on?
We need to have Dawn on.
No, I don't think. I was thinking we probably should never have Dawn and never have my mom on.
Oh, but
we talk about them too much.
We do.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me talk about my mom a little bit since we
Your
haven't
mom
talked
who's
about
never
her.
sworn.
My mom, she's never sworn, but
Just came back from Taiwan.
Vietnam. It's the same thing. Also, I said Taiwan.
You did.
To a friend when I was talking about, oh yeah, my mom just came back from Taiwan. I'm like, fuck. She was like, Taiwan? I was like, no, Vietnam. By Taiwan, I mean Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Anyways, my mom is really funny, okay? So
So funny.
It's one of the funny things she does is she will call me when the weather, she's my weather forecaster. Mm-hmm. So like earlier this week, we were supposed to have
weather forecaster?
She's my weather forecaster. What did they call that? Weatherman. She's my weather person. Is there a better
weather
word?
Forecaster?
Okay. So earlier this week, we were supposed to have like a really bad thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And the sky was dark and everything. And they were saying it was going to be really bad thunderstorms. So I get a phone call at like 5 o'clock and I'm like, I know that's my mom. So I answer and she's like, raining there? And I was like, no, not yet. And she's like, pouring rain, thunder, lightning coming soon. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. Thanks. Okay, great. Yeah. And then it did. It always comes to me
Your
like
mom,
20 minutes after.
Your mom is hilarious. She's so funny with that. She's always like the one word presentation of like any sort of message she's giving. Raining.
Yeah.
Raining.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
And then she's the one who taught me boring.
Yeah.
Because I remember once, like years ago, my dad was telling a story to somebody and my mom was in the room and maybe it was with my ex. Anyways, she walks out of the room. As she's walking out, she goes, boring. And now I've become the person who's...
You are, you're very much like that. The thing about you, I can always tell when you and I are having a conversation,
and you're losing
like,
me.
It's so quick. Your attention span is so... As we were getting ready for this podcast, as we were getting ready to record this episode, I'm talking to Priya about the episode and what I think, we should do format wise. And she's getting things ready.
Right. For dinner.
She's getting things ready for dinner. Yes. And she's turning around. She's looking at me. She's like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And she's looking for whatever she's getting. And then as I finished my little diatribe, she looks at me and she goes, yeah, I didn't catch any of that. Not a single word of it. You're going to have to repeat the whole thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear a single word of that.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the pan to put the nachos in.
I know, but what's great about it was you kept making eye contact. You kept saying yep at the right time.
That's right. That's right. I can hear the pauses. I know when I'm supposed to fill in the space.
And here's gullible me. I'm just rambling on thinking like, yeah, she's getting this. Oh, she's in agreement. This is working.
I know. I'm sorry. As we were driving here, I was talking to my friends from New York, and my friend Kelsey, who's going to be visiting soon, we had to change some of her dates. So she was like telling me about, okay, well, I can come back this day, and then I'll fly out this day. And then I can hear her husband in the background, Scott, and Kelsey's like, hey, wait, let me put you on speaker. So she puts me on speaker, and then she says, repeat what you're saying. And Scott's like, who are you talking to? That's the most boring conversation I've ever heard. And then Scott gets on the phone and he's telling me, Scott's an amazing actor. He's on this fabulous show called From. And so I'm asking him about this play that he's been in New York. And he's telling me all about it. And he's going on and on and on. And then at some point I'm like, oh, Scott, don't worry, Kelsey, because Scott almost made me fall asleep behind the wheel.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I knew it. As I was telling my story, I was like, I'm losing her.
Yeah. Lost. You have the attention span of a gnat.
I just think you need to tell better stories.
Oh, God.
More interesting.
Okay.
Right?
What other rants have you got, lady?
Listen, I got so many rants, but I feel like, is this of any interest to people?
Well, I want to know, do little listeners get a sense of what the rant segment's going to be about? Because this is what we want to hear from you. What is your rant?
I will say...
What's your rant?
And I know that I say this. I say, I will say, and then I say what I will say.
Say it.
I will say that ranting feels so good.
It's liberating.
It's so good.
Unless you keep repeating it over and over, and then it's like, just get over it.
Did I repeat something over and over?
No.
Oh,
but I'm just saying, like, if something's really bothering you,
right,
do something about it eventually.
You mean rant about it or just do something about it?
Like,
do something. What are you going to do about Don and his asking about dinner?
I'm going to continue to look at him with that disdain in my eyes and say, babe, let me have a bite of this.
So you're going to do nothing different?
No.
So you've learned nothing?
No, but the thing is, I can't change him.
I have nothing if I don't have
content for a rant.
Okay, I like where you took that.
Yeah.
I like where you took that.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think?
I think we call it because nachos.
Yes.
It's nacho time.
Nacho time.
Not your time, little listeners, but it's nacho time.
Well done. That was a good one. I like that.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you, little listeners, for listening to this little podcast. And we want to hear from you.
We do.
And we want to hear from you.
We do.
And how can we do that?
We can do that in a couple of ways. Listen, folks, you can slide into our DMs.
Slide into our DMs on our Instagram account that we're really trying hard to keep up on. Our one social. And you can email us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
Yes.
What else can you do? You can leave a review on what you think of this podcast on any of the
Don't base it on this episode.
Oh, you can paste it on whatever you want.
You can paste it on whatever you want?
You can baste it. baste it like a turkey. But leave us a review on any of the platforms that you're listening to us on.
Like, share, subscribe, follow.
Give us a star or two. 5.
5 is good.
5 is good. Yeah.
4 is also good. 3 is acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
I like the dancing. Alrighty.
All right, that's that.
And we didn't even finish our